Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today. Not so much breaking news anymore. I'll admit I let this sit for a few hours for a few reasons. I am a Washington Wizards fan. I do want to give my reaction to us trading our best player, Bradley Beal, to the Phoenix Suns. Before I continue, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate if you do that. Let's just start out with thanking Bradley Beal for his I want to say 10 plus years of service to the Washington Wizards. It's been a hell of a run, but at the end of the day, this was probably the best for all sides. Moving on from Bradley Beal, I was hoping it would work out. We bring in new management, new GM, new president back to operations. They didn't see it that way. So and looking at the whole situation as a whole, I knew it was the best. It was probably best for all sides. For Bradley Beal, best for the Wizards, just to trade Bradley Beal. I appreciate the Wizards letting Bradley Beal pick his team. I know he had the no trade calls, but Bradley Beal's agent did come out and say that the Wizards were a great partner in this, and there's no hard feelings with the Wizards. So that's good. That's good. And I know I went up here earlier and ripped the Wizards for giving video tributes to Ish Smith and KCP. When Bradley Beal returns to DC, he does deserve a video trooper. He absolutely does. So no problems there. Um, so I just want to get that out of the way because I'm not going to be absolutely nice about Bradley Beal in this video. Uh, Not so much because of him personally, because of what I think he could be for the Phoenix Suns. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. I think the Phoenix Suns possibly pulled off a heist in this trade. I think the Wizards did horrible in this trade, personally. So the Wizards trade Bradley Beal to the Suns, and in return we're getting Landry Shamet, Landry Shamet, which I like Landry Shamet, but he cannot be the linchpin of this trade. CP3, which it looks like we're going to flip him to the Clippers. So we have to see what we get back from the Clippers and a bunch of second round picks, but probably a lot of the second round picks that the Bucks traded to the Suns to get Jay Crowder during the trade deadline. Um, that's not a good return. You're not getting a first round pick. My guess is we're going to get I know the Clippers have a few young prospects. My guess is we're going to get a haul of those few young prospects, such as Bones Highland, Terrence Mann, the other young point guard they have. We'll probably get those three guys, and maybe we'll get a first round pick from the Clippers. I don't know. I know a bunch of their first round picks happen to be going to the OKC Thunder because of the Paul George trade. But you look at and with the rule in the NBA, you can't trade consecutive first round picks. But you look at the Wizards, in my opinion, it's clearly obvious they're going for the rebuild. And it's probably going to be more of a longer rebuild. Now, hopefully, this whole rebuild, I think, is going to come down to can the front office evaluate talent. If they could do that, I think the rebuild will go fine. If they can't do that, it could be dark ages here for the Wizards. It really can. This is a dangerous spot to be in as an organization. Um, I will say this: there is talks about Kristaps Porzingis opting back into his player option and getting traded to the Portland Trail Blazers straight up for the third overall pick. If you had the third overall pick and the eighth overall pick, if you're the Wizards, that's not bad. Now, granted, if I'm Portland, I wouldn't do that for several reasons. One, outside of this season, Kristaps Porzingis proved that he couldn't stay healthy. And two, I don't think he's worth that. You go ahead, but if you could pull that off, if you're the Wizards, especially an organization like Portland that's been known to make some boneheaded moves over the lifetime of their organization, that's not bad. But this eighth overall pick for the Wizards is going to be huge. They gotta get it right. They gotta get this first round pick right, in my opinion, to start this rebuild. You got to see what you have in Johnny Davis. You gotta see what you have in Denny. You gotta see what you have in Kispert. You got to see what you have in these guys if you're the Wizards. But it's gonna be a rebuild, obviously. I mean, and it might, as I said, it might be more. It might be a 3 to 4 year rebuild. It really might be, and I'm okay with that. But they have to evaluate talent. The Wizards front office. I cannot stress that enough. For the Suns, where's the bench? Cameron Payne, Josh Ogie, or your like role players. One of those two are going to be starting. I mean, you're already 117 million in the luxury tax if you're the Suns. Uh, I know those talks about trading DeAndre Ayton. Um, I'm surprised he wasn't brought back in the. I'm surprised that they didn't trade DeAndre Ayton in this deal. For so let's say we get CP3, DeAndre Ayton, Landry Shamet, and those second round picks. I'm surprised that DeAndre Ayton wasn't thrown in the deal, but I will not surprise me if the Suns trade DeAndre Ayton still. Maybe clear up a little bit of cap space. You could probably maybe get a nice role player too on that roster. But that roster is between them and Denver. Who's going to win the Western Conference as of right now, in my opinion, with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, even though I think he's overrated, and Bradley Beal, who we'll see what Bradley Beal is. I mean, I don't think he's a one. I don't even know if he's a two, per se, but he fits a bunch of teams like a glove, in my opinion. I think he'll fit the Suns like a glove. But I just want to come on here give my opinion. I don't think the Wizards got a good haul back. Now, granted, you do have a no trade clause. Uh, which means basically Bradley Beal gets to pick the team he wants to go to, and it was between the Suns and the Heat. If it was my guess is the reason why he didn't get to go to the Heat is because the Heat didn't want to trade Tyler Hero. I'm gonna assume that's the reason why, because I was kind of speaking not on the channel but thinking about if he gets traded to the Heat, it has to be Tyler Hero and a first round pick at least. Uh, for Brad Beal, but it's not really a haul, and I'm guessing they're good. I'm guessing the Wizards front office is going to trust that their scouts and hopefully it works out. But it's going to be a long few years, I think, for the Wizards. I'm interested to see what they do because if they let Kuzma walk, which they should, and let and get rid of Kristaps Porzingis, they're gonna have 100 million in cap space next year. So they're probably going to sign a big free, maybe not a big free agent, but I could see a name or two coming into DC that's probably getting overpaid a little bit. But since in the NBA you gotta use 85% of your cap, so it's gonna be interesting. But I don't expect the Wizards to be good next year. I just don't. This trade, they gotta hit on this eighth pick. They got to, and we'll see what happens. So. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about this trade. I don't like the haul. I think this trade obviously signals a rebuild. Any trade would obviously signal a rebuild if you're trading Barry Beal. But it signals what type of rebuild they want to do. And they're really going to trust their scouts here. That's what this is telling me, especially with all those second round picks. So thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you do that. McD the Beast signing off.